seriously, stop it be with all of they shouldn't be protesting. They should be doing this. First of all, it's all right as citizens to protest. So let's just stop that conversation. But the real thing, and I do have a problem, and I've stated this publicly multiple times, Occupy Wall Street. Make a clear demand. For those of you who are saying we don't, you do. Because if you don't, it's just unorganized chaos right now.
And joining us is the gentleman you just saw, Felinious Munk, comedian and commentator, and you might have seen his President Obama rant from the Glenn Beck Show online. That one got something like 1.6 million hits.
Got a lot.
And counting. So thanks very much for being with us. Felinious is going to be a guest of ours going forward. We're pleased to have you.
I'm pleased to be here.
Our big topic today was bullying. And you have an idea on how you can just stop bullying. How do you do that?
Well, you know, some of the older members of the audience will probably remember when your parents used to say, if you want somebody to stop bullying you stand up to them. Unfortunately, that's not the way it is anymore for several reasons. One, the internet has changed things. Social networks have changed things. And so now, instead of it just being a neighborhood thing or the kids in your class, it may be 1 million people watching a video of you doing something wrong going viral. So you do have to be proactive, but you have to have your kids early on know that the small things that they do that they used to maybe get away with because it was around their friends could be being taped. So the kids have to actually protect themselves by being a little more private, unfortunately. You can't be as trusting as maybe they used to be. And
right.
They have to consider that.
You may be perceived as a bully.
I am.
I didn't mean you personally. I meant generally one may, but I didn't realize you were going to confess that time.
Well, no, I confess that because a lot of times these are voices that aren't heard. These are voices that are marginalized and pushed into the shadows, and we're screaming at ourselves. And I was taught to complain up. And complaining to a bunch of people who look and sound like me in the same situation I am doesn't work. But sometimes if you get a platform, you can kind of bully the people who have been bullying us, and we can have a little fun with it. So that's what I want to do.
And you are pro-snitching?
I am not pro-snitching. But I will say this. There's a difference between being loyal to a particular code and being loyal to your family. And if something happens to your family and you don't do everything that you can to protect your family, what's the difference between snitching and taking care of what needs to be taken care of for your home? If someone says, hey, who's that guy that ran down the street? I don't know him. Well, now that guy kills 5 other people, but you protected yourself. You're not a snitch. Does that make sense? It
does. It's almost like there needs to be a new term, because snitching sounds so bad, more like whistleblower or truth teller or something like that.
Right. And snitches generally are people who are participating in the activity.
Who turn on their supposed friends.
That's a snitch. And now we've got people scared to even tell the truth. So, you know, I'm keeping it real, I'm honest, I'm being honest. Well, you're not being honest. Somebody asks you honestly what happened if your daughter, and here's the question I always ask myself, I have a 6-year-old daughter. If someone molested my daughter and the police said, do you know who did it? Do I tell the police no because I don't want to be a snitch? Do I go and get the guy myself and end up getting arrested myself and take myself out of my daughter's life? Or do I do the right thing? And guys who look like me aren't supposed to say that because all of a sudden I'm not acceptable in the hood. And I walk anywhere I want to. No one's going to do anything to me because it's the truth. And they know it's the truth. And somebody has to say that out loud.
Well, we're pleased to have you here at PIX11 and welcome you as part of our family, along with Lionel and Larry Menti. Felinious will be giving his commentaries. And by the way, you can see and hear Felinious tonight at a free event at Pace University downtown. It starts at 7 p.m., so you still have time to get there. You're part of a panel discussion called Black Maybe. You're also doing Imus in the morning, so get to bed early. That's tomorrow. And we look forward to having you on starting next week.
Sounds like fun.
Take care.
I'm excited. Thank you.
All right.